Hello, class, and welcome to the second section of our course. We're covering Chapter 5, and my name is Dr. Kennedy Paron. So we're going to first begin with sequences of physical development. So in the first 2 years of a child's development, they develop very rapidly, both cognitively and physically. So we're going to talk about the cephalocaudal development that a child experiences. This is development from head to the lower parts of the body. The brain regulates the heartbeat. We'll also talk about hormone secretion. The brain regulates both growth and development of the growing body. Hunger and thirst come from this as well. And when a baby is an embryo, their head is the most rapidly growing item in their body. So next, we're going to talk about proximodistal development. This is growth and development from the start of the trunk or the abdomen of the body. The brain and spinal cord run straight through the body, lying down. The development of the nerves also is very important and allows the baby to move its arms and legs in utero. Heartbeat, breathing, digestion, and waste elimination. Urine and feces are also incorporated in this. And finally, motor development occurs as the infant learns to control their trunk and shoulders before anything else. So now we're going to talk about differentiation. So as the child matures, their behaviors become more specified. An example of this would be babies crying and thrashing around with large motions. However, toddlers may do the same cry. They're less likely to thrash around with as much ferocity, but more control over their bodies as they thrash around. So there are patterns of growth occurring in infancy that we're going to talk about. The biggest change would be in height and weight occurring during the prenatal development, so in utero. There's also changes in growth proportions while the child is developing as well. So development starts when the baby is almost all head in utero and continues with other parts of the body proportionally. So the arms are nearly 3 times the length of the head in adults, but neonates have arms and legs that are equal typically to developing humans. So some important vocabulary that we're going to discuss this section: failure to thrive, FTT. This is a syndrome or a disorder impairment that impairs growth in infancy and early childhood and is characterized by failure to gain weight within normal limits. Example would be baby Haley from the textbook. We're going to talk about marsomas. This is a wasted, potentially lethal body condition caused by inadequate nutrition, and it is painful, and also the body doesn't gain the weight, so it is unfortunately frail and thin. The next we'll talk about is canalization, returning to a child's genetically determined pattern of growth. So once the child's parents go to therapy, the baby overcomes the FTT, they will be able to put on weight and catch up with their typically developing peers, and canalization occurs. This happens in most cases, not all. Next, we will be talking about 5.2, nutrition and fueling development.